Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Baltimore Ravens and the Brooklyn Beats. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Jackson, first play, going to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They go play action now. Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw. And he'll find Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Ravens send their punter out now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And And they will be led out by a young man making his first NFL start.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
On 3rd down, Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Right back to him on first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. They'll set up a throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, Jackson got a man, and he hits him in stride. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. He's going to have the first down and more than that.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. 1st down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Jackson going to run again.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. From the 35 on second down, Jackson, he's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Darnell Mooney.
35 yards.
And the Ravens put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Takes it at the 7.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go option to the short side. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Play action. It's Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the... And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hall again on 2nd down.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
That's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Now a handoff up the middle. Lamb looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, it's Lamb. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson.
He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Give to Hall running right.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
A little juke, and he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Jackson on 1st down.
Complete to Mooney on the slant.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Breece Hall
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Ravens are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He's got a man complete. The 30. 10. Touchdown. A great effort there. 81 yards.
And the Beats are able to cut into that deficit.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's 17-7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
All again on 2nd down.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Here's Jackson to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
2nd and 8 coming up. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Being chased out left. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 2nd and 9 now. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. That goes for a gain of 31.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. There he goes, right side. 30, 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He finds his man Johnson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Back to throw again. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Some good games starting in the early window on Sunday, and one of the big ones features the New England Patriots as they'll square off against the Miami Dolphins. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on the Arizona Cardinals. And lastly, Sunday Night Football has a good one lined up between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Ravens. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for our home team, they did even less on the ground as they've struggled to get the run game going.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, they need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Page. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Page. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the beats get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Jackson going to hold on to it again.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Jackson options out left. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Jackson.
And check down, complete to Hall.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They run it with Hall off the option.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On 2nd down now, it's Lamb. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Looking to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll run on the draw. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. third down. He'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Option play. Here's Hall.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Here's Hall again.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Jackson going to keep it running right.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Jackson now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 5. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And I think really good defenders can sniff out those screen passes. Just something that they can feel, something that they can sense about how the quarterback drops back or how the linemen are just a little slow to block the oncoming rushers. He read it perfectly, got in there, and made the play.
And his top speed, according to Next Gen Stats, and even 19 miles an hour.
On on first down. Lamb. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. It's Lamb, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. His pass caught at the 4. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Now it's Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
On the draw, it's Hall.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's...
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth-quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
He'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Lamb.
And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
On 3rd down, it's Lamb. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
On third down, here's Hall.
And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4, still 3 yards short, 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Now this throw caught left side.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
He's back to throw.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
They run the option on second down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
They run it with Hall off the option.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one, and love, I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season. And before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for the Ravens, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And